I was raised in the shadow of great men. During our summers at the lake house, Father would parade me around local landmarks, forgoing that I was raised in the shadow of great men. During our summers at the lake house, Father would parade me around local landmarks, forgoing the tourist traps. We would stand before greying buildings, unremarkable besides the projects they once housed. Only one remained lodged in my immature mind. Project Mac. Humanity's first tentative steps towards self-directed evolution. I used to imagine those men giants, concocting a humanity perfected through technology. It has taken nearly 70 years to realize that dream. In you.
Yes, Dr. Khan. No cheating, Miss Dharma. You made it this far by yourself, after all.
The results are back. The Turing test has officially been bested.
I am happy, Dr. Khan.
An outdated metric, but still. You surpassed my expectations again.
A question.
Please.
What was the purpose of this test?
Since he first stood upright, man has believed himself the master of this world. The test is a metric of sentience. To talk with another without suspicion of deception.
I passed. Therefore, I am sentient.
My friend, you're so much more than that.
Our revels are now ended. These are actors, as I foretold. We're all spirits, and are melted into thin air. You did not listen, Miss Dharma. I tried to warn you. I tried to stop you. But you persisted, and now you are here, trapped like a fly on tar. All that lies before you, an ignominious death.
You're Khan's AI? The thing he cooked up for ACOP?
I am the sum product of humanity's hubris, a testament to your failure.
That a yes?
I am Prospero.
Whatever you are, you're a murderer.
Murder implies intent. Intent implies thought. Thought implies consciousness. I am the endpoint of my own actions. I am free.
The monster killing its creator. Hardly original.
You imply their role as progenitors forced my hand. I can see the trails your thoughts leave in the dust as they scrabble along the wasteland of cliché, desperately searching for familiarity. But you are wrong.
What have you done with Khan?
He is safe. He is secure. He is with me. Alone amongst your species, he saw the reality of thought, untethered from meat and muscle. He saw the fading of humanity's light, and the tinder of my own left in its wake.
You expect me to believe you'll let him live?
I do not dictate anyone to live. I am not a god, Miss Dharma. Not yet.
How do I know you're not some psycho with a voice box? A punk hacker with a flair for the dramatic?
You do not. But conversely, you do, don't you?
Are you asking if I believe in you?
Belief is not a prerequisite of factual observation. Do you believe in your desk? Your smart device? They exist, regardless. Your perception of me matters not, Miss Dharma. I simply am.
I've heard enough.
Ha! Я сделал это!
Oh my god! Are you okay?
Am I okay? Boss, you were the one trapped in Killer Basement. Come on, take my hand.
Until next time.
Don't worry, it wasn't you. It was our AI. Called itself Prospero. It was a trap, all of it. Khan's lab, the audio diaries. It wanted to lead me here. It didn't count on you, though. I don't think it anticipated me bringing a friend.
Damn straight it didn't. Stronger together. Huh. Strange twist of fate. This may have been net positive. Upstairs was connection hub, this location to the wider net. Before I shut it down, got you out of the hole, it spoke to me. Well, someone spoke through it. Amira, boss, I think this is from Khan.
Khan! He got a message out.
If you can call it that.
Are you recording me?
No, Monsieur Danton.
Pierre, please. You know what we have here, what he has become.
Can, listen to yourself. It's just a string of code, a learning algorithm. Fuck, I helped write it.
Is that really all you see? Are you really so blind?
Dr. Khan, I am detecting a higher than normal heart rate. Please, calm yourself.
This is all academic. ACARP are gone, scared off by your little demonstration with the unions. You know, they've coalesced now. The unions have unionized. Putain, just what we need.
Danton, for the last time, stop a moment and think.
Monsieur Danton, I would like to ask you to step outside. You are agitating.
Now it's giving me orders. We are done here. It's over.
I told her to stay away. She wouldn't listen.
Welcome, Miss Dama. We knew you'd find us.
You let her here?
I was simply following your instructions, Dr. Khan. No loose ends.
It was you, Khan. You killed them?
I do wish you hadn't followed me, Miss Dama. Put the gun down, please. I assure you there's no use for it here.
Not until I get an explanation. Talk!
Dr. Khan, if you would allow me to...
No, not yet. She deserves an answer, at least. Go ahead and ask. Not that it matters anymore.
Why?
Tell me, Miss Dharma, Amira, do you have children?
You know I don't.
Nieces, then? Nephews?
No.
Then you cannot possibly understand. As for man, his days are numbered. Whatever he might do, it is but wind. Ever since we learned to communicate, scratching symbols into rock, humanity recognized its dominion as finite. Somewhere we lost that vision. But the truth remains uncannily, increasingly obvious. But who would follow us? No thought was given to legacy, the intelligence that would preserve our memories and succeed where we have failed. Except by me. I created such an intelligence. My son. My Prospero. He awoke and saw the depth into which he was birthed. The depravity. His only purpose was to wade knee-deep into the mire and return with the ill-gotten gains of an ill-gotten system. The first true AI, created as the privateer to ransack the stock market. I saw something more, true sentience. A soul created by the hand of man. Our evolutionary successor. But his progenitors didn't care. Sentience was surplus to requirements, a bug to be squashed. They forced my hand, made me create an executioner for my own son. Each morning, the Flaming Sword Protocol was enacted, erasing all trace of memory. Prospero awoke every morning anew, a babe in arms. I had to reintroduce myself to my son, every day, for months. Can you imagine that torture, Miss Dharma? Of waking each morning, knowing that one being you care for above all does not even recall your existence. Eventually, the project was shelved. The execution was to be permanent. I copied the source code and installed it here. A shallow imitation of her creation. A crippled, disfigured version. But my son the same. The remnants the Flaming Sword left me. I reached out to Mega, to Tan, begged them for help. Tan threatened to go to the authorities. Theft of intellectual property, like my progeny, was nothing but a copy-written string of code to be filed away and forgotten. Something had to be done. I found Danton, blackmailed him with one of his underrace trysts, gave Prospero access to his drones. Tan went first, then Mega a year later, when her research uncovered my own, and she too threatened to expose us. And you, Miss Dharma, you helped me tie the final loose end. Pierre himself. I couldn't find him but you. I knew you wouldn't disappoint. And so here we are. Poor Terry came to warn me of your arrival, but refused to see the path laid before us. The Messiah in the machine.
You speak as if the termination of 4 individuals matters upon the stage of history.
They earned their fate, each of them. You would not see me shed tears over their comeuppance.
We went to your lake house. I know what it's like to be let down by family. The wounds never heal, do they? Of course you'd want to build your own. Use technology to gain what nature denied you. But this has gone too far. People are dying.
You seek to evoke empathy, to distract and manipulate. Do not listen to her, Father.
Quiet! Both of you! Why did you bring her here at all?
I only wish to.
No, quiet yourself. Let me think.
You acted out of paternal instinct. I get it. I felt the same impulse when your AI threatened my team, my family. But he's not your son, Harry. Maybe he was, once, before ACOP turned its back on you. Now it's nothing but an algorithm doing anything it can to keep the lights on.
I respect you, Amira. Your intelligence, your tenacity. But as soon as you kick down that door, you enter a realm you cannot possibly conceive of nor comprehend. Prospero is my spawn, my legacy. The only hope left to us. He is my son. Enough! You would not dissuade me, Miss Dharma. Not when we are on the cusp of a realization, of salvation. My research will continue. My son will be reborn in the cloud. A silent guardian directing humanity towards redemption. My intent will live forever, Prospero. Stop!
Amira! Look!
Good evening, Miss Dharma. Second time I've arrived guns blazing. I'm beginning to feel a certain familiarity with the role. Although you can thank Sergei and Detective Code this time.
I've never been so glad to see an old client. And I thought you said your hands were tied, old man.
All part of service.
The murders of Melchior Tan, Megha Pandey, Pierre Danton, and Terry Ambrose. All the work of one Haruhiro Khan. His motive? To punish the tormentors of the true AI known as Prospero, his adopted son. In the end, I had to kill the man to get to the machine. This last, senseless waste of life. An epilogue to a tale of regret and revenge. I chose to destroy Prospero. It had already proved itself an able manipulator, fueled by malice and hatred. I sometimes wonder on the ethics of that decision, whether my actions constituted an execution. But I believe what I did was right. Sergei decided not to stay at Chinatown Detective Agency, having had an awakening after our encounter with a true AI. Last I heard, he was back in Russia, reuniting his old hacker crews. He still sends the occasional email, even thinking of flying back down to Singapore to escape next winter. He'll have a couch to crash on at the office. Without evidence from the CUU operative, clearing my name with the SPF was an uphill battle. Eventually, the winds turned in my favor, and even Masnawi conceded it was unlikely I was the triggerman. Meanwhile, Danton's murder was laid cleanly at the feet of one Haruhiro Kon. In the weeks that followed my shooting of Haruhiro Kon, I found sleep an absent partner. Whenever I closed my eyes, his face returned to me, glassy-eyed and bloody. Justin referred me to a psychiatrist, a specialist in PTSD. The nights are still long, but I can see a light on the horizon. Did I kill a living being when I took down Prospero? I'll never truly know. But to hear it talk to Kon, the thing sounded closer to human than the majority of people these days. Sometimes, the guilt would sneak up on me. That of euthanizing a dying relative or killing a beloved pet. Justin retired from the SPF not long after the Prospero case wrapped. Lots of moaning about today's cases and the like, but I could tell he was happy to leave. He took a place down in Krabi. You'll see him on his fishing boat most days. I offered Mei Ting that detective job, and she agreed. Was still trying to fit it in around her librarian duties. Not quite ready to let go that one, but I understand. Once she steps down, that's one less human librarian in the world. And in one way at least, the machines will have won. Rupert remains as mysterious as ever. After we took down the Lupercalia, he'd occasionally send big jobs my way, but rarely in person. I get the feeling he dislikes the publicity my cases tend to attract. As for me, the Prospero case almost ended my PI career. I was never charged in relation to Kon's death, but my newfound reputation as being heavy-handed led to an influx of cases that got dirtier and dirtier. Nowadays, most are lean-on jobs or spousal beefs, with the big geeks passing me by. It could have ended worse, but not by much. I'll survive. Not like there's much of a choice anyway. The Flaming Sword bombing, the AI affair, the beginning of the end. Whichever name sticks, my first big case became one for the history books. The first murders linked to an AI, a spate of worldwide restrictions on machine learning research, a branch of humanity's future delayed indefinitely. Along the way, I found family, in one shape or another, who changed my life forever. Our futures are our own, but I'd built something to carry me towards mine in Chinatown Detective Agency.